part, we'll look at how we can earn the achievements. And to do that, we need to add a new class. So right click in your script folder and press create, and then click C# script. And we're just going to make a script called Achievement. This achievement, or this script, is a little different than the other scripts because it doesn't need to inherit from mono behavior. So if you open it up, well, then you can go here and remove the inheritance from mono behavior, because we're not going to use it in the Unity way, or we're not going to use it to attach it to a game object. We're just going to use it from our achievement manager. So whenever we create an achievement, we just need to create a new instance of this class here. This class needs some different fields. So first of all, we need a private string called name, and we need a private string called description. Then we need a private bool called unlocked, which indicates if the achievement is locked or unlocked. Then we need to know how many points it's worth, so private int points. And we need to know what sprite is associated with this achievement, so private int sprite index. And then we need a reference to the actual achievement in our game world. So we're going to make a private game object achievement ref, so that we can show something in our world when we earn an achievement, and that's why we need this reference here, so that we know which achievement to show whenever we earn it. So as I told you before, this is not a Unity class, so we need to make a constructor for this function. So basically you can create a constructor, and a constructor always has the same name as the class it's sitting in. So we need to make a public achievement, and notice that we don't put void in. Normally if we make a function we put public void like this, but when it's a constructor we don't put in a return value here. So then we're going to tell what kind of stuff we actually need to call this constructor. A constructor is called whenever you instantiate your achievement here. So if I somewhere in my code would say achievement, my achievement equals new achievement, then this code here where instantiated with new, well, that calls this constructor here. So that's why it's called a constructor, because this is called instantiating an object. So we take the class and make it into an object here, and this object, my achievement here, can be used to access all the functionality inside achievement. So when we do this, it actually calls this constructor here. But we need to give this class here some information, because right now we have a name, description, unlocked points, and a sprite index. And we have all these fields here, and we're not setting them anywhere, and we need to set them from within our constructor. So string name, string description, integer points, game object achievement ref, int sprite index. Basically I want to switch these two just to make it more logical. So what I just did was to add all these functionality to the constructor. So whenever I in my code try to call this instantiate here, I need to give all these functionalities, all these informations with it. As you can see here, when I open up, it will see that it asks for a string, there's a name and a description, points, and so on. And this because I just defined here that whenever I instantiate my object, well, I would need to add all these informations to it so that it can use it. Right now I'm not doing anything with it. As you can see, I'm not using these variables to anything, but I need to set the values I put in here. Let's say that I make an achievement called run or something, run fast. Well, then this variable here is going to name run fast, and I need to set it equally to this one. So I need to set this one equal to this, so that this achievement saves the name of the current achievement that it's holding. To do this, I'm going to say this dot name, and the reason that I say this dot name equals name is that if I say this, it always catches the field in the class, the field name up here. So it takes this field and set equal to this one. if I would just say name equals name, well, then it would take this name and set it equal to itself. As you can see here, it comes with a warning and says assigning mate to the same variable. That's why I'm going to write this to make sure that I catches this one up here and sets it equal to this. I need to do this for everything. Description equals description, and unlocked, this dot unlocked equals unlocked. Actually, we don't need unlocked in it, so that's my bad, because unlocked is always going to be false. So we're just going to say this dot unlocked equals false from the get-go, for now at least. And then I'm going to say this dot points equals points, this dot sprite index equals sprite index, and this does achievement ref equals achievement ref. Okay, so now the values we created whenever we instantiate this, we don't need this code down here, it was just an example. Whenever we instantiate this class, is gonna set all these values so we have them stored inside our object. And we don't need a start function and update function, just need this. When we've done that, we need to make a function that actually makes it possible for us to earn this achievement. So we're going to make a public bool that says earn achievement. And for now, there's not going to be a lot of functionality in it, but we'll add more later. And the reason it's a bool is because it should return true or false if the achievement can be earned or not. So this is just going to say if unlocked return true, which means that we just unlocked the achievement. Else, if it isn't unlocked, if the achievement is already unlocked, then we're just going to return false. So this basically checks, is the achievement unlocked? If it isn't, then we return true because it's unlocked, and then we set it to false, return false down here if the achievement was already unlocked. We also need to make sure that it unlocks whenever it isn't unlocked, and we call this an achievement, so we're just going to say unlocked equals true here. So we set it to false when we create it, and when we earn the achievement, we just set it to be true. Then we need to go to our achievement manager to add the functionalities for earning the achievement. We also need to show an achievement on our screen whenever we earn this achievement. So we need to go to our fields here, and we need to make a public game object, and we're gonna call this visual achievement, because this achievement is the one that we're going to show. So we're going to make a prototype of an achievement kinda and assign it to this variable, and then when we earn an achievement, we're going to show it on the screen so that you can see we just earned the achievement for clicking a pineapple, for example. So we need to create an earn achievement function in here as well. So go under your update and make a public void earn achievement. And this function is basically going to check if the achievement is already earned, or we're going to check which achievement we want to earn, and then we're going to show the correct image on the screen. So to do that, we need to add a title to this earn achievement. So when I call earn achievement from another place in our code, well, then it should know what kind of achievement we want to try to earn. For example, if we would make an achievement for shooting an enemy, well, then at the point where the enemy dies, we need to call earn achievement and give it the correct name of this achievement. But we need to make string title. So the easiest way of keeping track of all these achievements is to put them inside a collection. So let's say we have 100 achievements in our game. Well, then it's easier for us to put them inside a dictionary. So we can say, if I want to check up on if I can earn the click pineapple achievement, then I can just write click pineapple to get that achievement out of the collection. So I'm going to show you briefly what a dictionary is, but if you don't understand it totally, then you can totally easily read up on it by Googling it. So we're going to create a dictionary. I'm going to make public dictionary, not base dictionary, and we're going to have some, going to have a string in it, and it's going to take an achievement. And you can either right click on it and press resolve and then implement using system collection.generics, or you can just write this code yourself again using system.collection generics. So what is a dictionary? A dictionary is a collection that saves an object, for example, an achievement, on a position, and that position here is a string. So this is a key basically. So I can save an achievement under a name. So when I say I want to save click pineapple achievement, well then I can save it a current achievement with all the information I need under the name that I want to. I'm just going to call this achievements equals new dictionary. So let's say here's an example. This is just an example. I want to save a new achievement. Let's say achievements dot add new achievement. It has a name, run, description, he ran, points, 10 points, sprite index is 0, and achievement reference just something, because we don't need an achievement reference right now. And then I can basically, this dot game object, for example. And this is the achievement, and of course we also need to save the key, so we can write run achievement. So now we just saved an achievement inside the achievements dictionary here, which means that when I want to access this achievement I just saved, I can access it by writing achievements, and then I access it by doing like this, run achievement, and then I can get all the things that are there. Earn achievement, for example. If I want to earn the run achievement, I can do like this. Then I'm trying to earn the run achievement, for example. So that's the point of the dictionary, that it makes it easier for us to find that specific achievement we are looking for. So that's why I'm using a dictionary. So the string, this is the key that we're using here, and this is the kind of item that we're actually storing inside the dictionary. So key and object to store. So this was just an example. I hope it made sense. If it didn't make totally sense, then Google it if you are more interested in it. Now that we have our dictionary, we need to add an achievement to this dictionary every time we create a new achievement. So we need to go to our create achievement function here, and down here when we have added this new game object achievement, well then we also need to make an achievement called new achievement equals new achievement. And now we need to use that constructor we used. So we need to give it the name, description, the points, we need to give it an sprite index, and the game object that it's referring to. And the game object this one is referring to is of course the achievement we just created, because we just made an achievement here to put outside in our menu. So we might as well just refer to that one. So just make achievement here, so that this new achievement we just made that we are going to store inside our dictionary, it has a has a reference to the original achievement we just made. And I need to write achievement here, not achievements. There we go. So I access this one, not achievements. So now I just created my new achievement. When I've created that, I need to add it to my achievements list, which is my dictionary I just created. So achievements dot add, and I'm going to put it under a string key, which is the title. So when I make an achievement called run fast or something, well then the title of this is going to be run fast, and then I'm going to save my achievement here, and that's new achievement. So now I just added my achievement to the dictionary. So all this brings us back to the earn achievement function. I made it up here, I think. There we go. So now we can start creating this function. So when I call earn achievement from any other class in my game, well then I'm gonna give the title I want to earn, and this needs to be an if statement. So if achievements title, so the title I'm trying to earn, for example run lift or whatever, if that is earned, so earn achievement, so this one checks Well, the achievement I'm trying to earn, run right. I'm trying to earn run right, for example. And I jump in here to my achievement here. Then it calls it earn achievement function. And then checks, well, is the achievement unlocked? If the achievement isn't unlocked, well, then I return, then I set it to unlocked and I return true because it was the first unlock I made. If I try to earn an achievement again, it goes in here and says, well, is it unlocked? That's not true, then it returns false, so I can't do anything about it. But if it isn't unlocked, well, then we unlock it and return true. And in here, if we return true here, well, then we need to do something awesome here. So if we get inside this if statement, well, then we just earned a new achievement that we didn't earn before. So what we need to do here, which is something awesome, is to create a game object, achievement, and we're gonna equal that to instantiate, what do we call it? I can't even remember what I called it. Visual achievement, that's it. Visual achievement, and I'm gonna cast this into a game object. There we go. So now I am instantiating my achievement on the screen, and when I'm done with that, I need to kill it or remove it from my game at some point. So basically I can make a public enumerator, and I'm gonna call it remove achievement, or not remove, hide achievement. And basically I'm gonna say yield return, wait for seconds. I'm gonna explain this in a second. 3 seconds, for example. And then I'm gonna say that this hide achievement should take a game object, and this should be achievement. And down here I'm gonna destroy it. Destroy achievement. And it's return new, wait for seconds. Okay. So what I just made here is a coroutine which can return multiple times so that it can wait for 3 seconds. So when I have instantiated my achievement here, I would like to remove it from my screen again, and I do that by destroying it. So I create this coroutine, so the code keeps jumping in here and wait, and then it waits for 3 seconds. And when those 3 seconds have passed, well, then I destroy my achievement I just created, so it disappears from my screen. We'll look at how to fade it in and out later, but for now we just make this quick fix so it destroys. And I need to start this by saying start coroutine. What did I call it? Hide achievement. And then I'm gonna give it the achievement that it needs to hide. And again, I need to use achievement instead of achievements. So now I can go and create a real achievement. So if you haven't deleted all these at start, just delete all of them except one. And then I'm gonna make one inside the general category here, and I'm gonna call it press W, and just like press W to unlock this achievement. And it's gonna grant me 5 points, and it's at position 0. The sprite is at position 0. So here I created my achievement, and then I'm gonna go to update. I'm gonna make an if statement, if input that get key down, key code .w. If that is down, then I'm gonna say earn achievement, and what exactly did I call it? Press W. So you need to use the exact name here, else you can't find it. So I'm gonna call earn achievement, press W. So if I press the W button here, I'm gonna try to earn the press W achievement. So let's save this and jump into Unity. Back in Unity, we need to add a new canvas because we don't want to show our achievements that we're earning inside the same canvas as we have our menu. So click create, click UI, and then add a new canvas, and then we can rename to earn canvas. When you've added that, we need to add a vertical layout group. So click add and then find layout group, because we want our achievements to be stacked from top to bottom here, and our alignment should be from lower center, so it starts in the bottom here, and if something comes up, it's gonna be stacked on top of it. We also want to put some spacing towards the bottom so it doesn't spawn right away on the bottom line, so put it at 10 maybe, like we did before when we were creating those achievements inside our other mask here. So now we have this canvas group. Now we need to create a prototype of an achievement we're going to show inside the canvas group. And to do that, you basically go to your achievement folder here and select your achievement and drag it onto this earn achievement group here. As you can see, it expands very widely, and we're not interested in that, so click on your earn canvas here and uncheck the child force expand here from width and height, and then you can see that your achievement is actually placed in the bottom here. So now we're ready to start earning our achievements actually. So take this new achievement you have and rename it to Visual Achievement, and then drag it back into the prefab folder, and then delete it from your scene, because we're only interested in showing it whenever we earn a new achievement. So to use this achievement, we should go to our achievement manager, and you see here is like this visual achievement game object that is empty. So take your prefab and drag it into this spot here so that we can instantiate it whenever we want to. So before we can actually earn it, I just remember we need to do one more thing. We need to go back into our script here, and in here we need to make sure that our achievement that we're showing up on the screen is showing up with the correct information. So we need to set the title and the description, the point, and the icon for it, so that we can see visually on the screen what achievement we just earned, so that it's written that if we earned the press W achievement, well then it's also the press W achievement that is going to show up. And to fix this, we need to change our set achievement info a little, because we already have this function to set all the information on an achievement, but we actually just changed some functionality when we added that dictionary up there. And this dictionary actually makes it possible for us to discard some of this information that we are already giving in here. First of all, we need the achievement, and right now we have something called a category, but this shouldn't be a category actually. It should be called a parent, so to say, because right now we want to set our achievement as a child object of this earn canvas here, and the earn canvas is not a category. So to pick a better term, I would like to rename this category here to parent. So press F2 and write parent. So here I have my parent. I also need the title. The description, well, I don't need that anymore because I can get it from my dictionary. Amount of points, I don't need that, I can get it from the dictionary. Sprite index, I don't need that, I can get it from the dictionary as well. So we actually only need these three parameters now. So how do we access these parameters? Well, basically we just need to access the current achievement inside the dictionary and get the description out of there, because when we just created our achievement, well, we set new achievement and then we added name, description, point, sprite index, and the achievement itself. So basically we can actually get all this information just by accessing it from within the dictionary. So to do that, we need to say, instead of getting the description here, we can say achievements and then open the square brackets and get the title. So if it's click W achievement, then it's going to be that. And when we've done that, we need to access the correct information here. And this one was the description, for example. So to get that, we need to go into our achievement, and up here we need to make sure that we can access all these from the outside. And to do that, we need to create a property. And you can create a property by right clicking on it, going to refactor, and pressing encapsulate field. And when we've done that, it creates a property so that you can access it from the outside because it's public. If you don't have Visual Studio, you can write this code yourself, providing public string name and a get a set return. and this basically makes it possible for you to access it from the outside. So I'm going to do the exact same things with the rest of the variables here very fast, so we don't need to look at that. And I'm also going to do it with the achievement ref. I'm not even sure if I need that. Just scratch that for now. So if I go back into Achievement Manager here, I can say title dot, and then I can get the description. So now I got the description, and I need to do the exact same thing down here to get the points. So title dot points, and I also need to get the current sprite index. So that's of course it needs to be to string here. The sprite index, I can say achievement title dot sprite index. Here we go. So here I get the correct sprite. Now that we have changed this information to use the dictionary instead of just using the raw values, well, then we need to change this save achievement info in our create achievement. We still have the category here, but we want to rename it to parent, so press F2 up here and rename it to parent. And then we need the achievement and the title, and the rest of these we can actually just delete. So right now we have everything we need to set the achievement info here. So next up we need to do the exact same thing up here in our earn achievement. So we basically need to say set achievement info, and the parent is going to be earn canvas. Can spell EARN canvas. And then we're gonna set the achievement, and then we need the title, which is just title, because we get it up here. So now we have set the correct information. Actually there's a spelling error here. It's earn achievement, not earn achievement. So it's very important that you spell this correctly, but when you have written all this down, just save it, and then we can go back into Unity to test if all this works. So if we play our game and we press the W button, the achievement pops up, and then it should disappear after a while. I just noticed something. Let's see if I earn it. There's written press W to unlock this achievement without achievement, and the reason of that is because I made a mistake when I put in the prefab. So on all achievements, the description here, you can say that the minimum size and the max size is the same. We should actually change this so the minimum size is maybe 14 or something, so that it has a span between 14 and 18. And the same goes for the visual achievement. Click on the description and change this minimum size to 14. So if we maximize and play now and run our game, you'll see that press W to unlock this achievement. So the whole achievement here is written. Right now you saw that this achievement here is very small when I earn it in full screen, and that's basically because this earn canvas here has set constant pixel size. So to fix this, we need to click on the scale mode here, UI scale mode on your earn canvas, and then click constant scale with screen size, of course. So if I run this game again and I earn my achievement, then it's the correct size now. So press W to unlock this achievement, and if you press it again, you'll see that you can't use it again. There's actually one more thing I want to do before we move on to the next part. That is that this achievement that shows up on the screen is gray, and I want it to be golden instead. So click on your visual achievement here, and then go to the source image here and select the golden achievement. So now whenever you earn an achievement, it will actually show up in the golden color instead, because I think that looks a little better. So yes, that's it for this part. So now we can move on to actually earning the achievement, so that we can see that the achievement is earned from within our menu, and later we're also going to look at how we can actually save the status of these achievements.